Look. How do I look? I'm streaming from my laptop now. Is my straight from the A backwards? Do I need to flip the camera? Let me look and see. Because y'all ain't going to tell me. Hold on. Let me see. YouTube. ATLien. Okay. Oh, no. It look. Okay. It looks. It's. Okay. It's not flipped. I can read it straight from A. But when I look right here, I can't. It look like it's backwards. Hey y'all, what's up, squad? I can't talk on the microphone. I can't even I can't do nothing because my computer just, I guess it croaked. I don't know. It must have been time for it to croak because y'all know it be freezing and stuff. I've been pushing it for what, about a year or two now. I done had this computer for about 3 years. Time for another one. I gotta go shopping for a desktop gaming computer tomorrow. You said the sound is good. Cool. This is my laptop. My laptop speaker. Let me see if I can. Let me make sure I got, in case I want to take a call in or something. Is this the one or the two or the four? I think this is the two. Let me see. Connect. Okay, so yep, we got the speaker connected. Hopefully I can do that without no echo. What else we got? What's up, Kimberly? What's up, friends? You said you a night owl too, child. Let me tell you what I had to get today. I went shopping. I've been playing with my Meta glasses. See, aren't they cute? Oh, they're so cute. I've been playing with my Meta glasses. I went to Home Goods. I watched the Falcons game. What else I had did? What did I do? Something else after that? I watched the Falcons game. Then I went to Home Goods. Then I came home, and then I went upstairs and I was on the balcony. And then I talked to the people on TikTok for an hour and a half. And then what else did I do? Oh, and then I was going to go to dinner with my friend, but she didn't want to go. So then I ordered food. I had some sea salt. If you ever been to Atlanta, y'all visit Sea Salt. One Farmer is one of the owners. It is amazing. I had the salmon, the mashed potatoes, and spinach, sauteed spinach. It was good. And then I sat down and I was listening to something on my glasses, okay? Because you can listen to stuff on your glasses. So I was scrolling on YouTube and I was watching these First Amendment videos that I love so much, and I fell asleep just like a fat girl do. They eat and fall asleep, child. I was sleeping good. I woke up snoring because I don't sleep at night. So when I fell asleep, it was like the first time I had been asleep. Oh my God, that was a good sleep. I slept about 2 hours. I slept about 2 hours, and then I woke up like, I said I was going live. So then I put on my shirt because y'all know I had this tank on earlier. I put on my shirt and came down here because it's freezing down here. I thought I might have to wear a coat because in my I don't know what it is, heat rises, but I always had an air conditioner on the second level. Now, y'all know I got 4 levels, right? On the second level, because that's where I be, because it's just me. So when I have it on the second level, the bottom level be freezing. So the air conditioner was like 72 on the second level, but when I came down here, it was 67 degrees. I'm like, oh my God, it is freezing. It is like, I'm like this. Like, where is my coat? Okay. So I had to sit here and warm up for a minute. And while I was warming up, I was waiting on I went on Instagram and was talking to y'all and trying to figure out what I was going to talk about. Y'all told me that Don Juan and Kandi was talking about the OLG. I went and looked. Okay, I perused the transcript. I couldn't find what he was talking about OLG, so I don't know. But I spilled the OLG tea a long time ago. Y'all didn't want to believe me. Y'all was acting like I was hating on Kandi. I'm not hating on Kandi. The OLG is closed. Okay, but we'll get there in a minute. We'll get there in a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to come because I said I was gonna go live tonight. There were some topics that I didn't touch on earlier in the week. One of which was Porsha and Simon's court date. They did appear in court. So I will give you a recap of that. And whatever else I can think of. But before I get started, y'all know the drill. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Go ahead and like and share, and we will get started after this very, very brief introduction.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
That's her being a blogger.
More than a blogger.
That's her being a blogger. You are more than a blogger.
I am more than
That's her being a blogger.
all that is my son.
Okay, that shit is good.
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Say Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn is her son.
Like, for real.
The blog goddess, 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 Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like, for real.
Like for real, damn. You know, it's on my agenda to get me a new intro. I'm gonna keep the same theme music, but I'm gonna change up the intro a little bit. I gotta figure out what I want to do and what I want it to look like. Maybe I'll do something with my meta glasses. Okay. Somebody was asking me how I like the glasses. I really like them. Now I can make an informed decision on the Gen 1 versus the Gen 2s because I got the Gen 1s after I got the Gen 2s, and I've been playing with it, and I was like trying to figure out because Gen 2 doesn't go live. For some reason, they took that option away from the Gen 2. So when you go on Facebook Live or whatever, with the Gen 1s, you can click the little button twice and you can stream live from your glasses, right? So I was like, that's what I want, because I want to stream live from my glasses. I want the people to see what I see. So I got the Gen 1s, and then I tested out the whole live thing, and the live looked ugly. It'd be like a little blurry or whatever. You have to be on Wi-Fi. It was some other stuff that I was like, I don't know if I want these, or maybe I get some, some other Gen 1s, but I'm sending the Gen 1s back, and I'm keeping the Gen 2s because the picture and the video looks better. The battery is better. I wore the Gen 1s all day, and I noticed that the battery went dead really quick, and I wasn't even doing much with it. The Gen 2s, you can do all kinds of stuff. You take videos, you take pictures and all that stuff, and the battery is still on. I done had these on all day. Well, I put these on after the battery died with the Gen 1s, and the battery is still like 70% or something. So the battery is better. The video is better on the Gen 2s. I noticed that because I recorded video on the Gen 1s, and it was a little grainy. The Gen 2, I think they only do 1080 or something. Gen 2 does up to 3K. So the video quality is better on Gen 2. What else? Child? Oh, listening, and I like that, you can listen to, your phone calls come in your ear. Don't nobody know. It's good. And you don't even have to wear no AirPods no more. It's all coming through my glasses. And these, instead of getting the Wayfarers, they're Ray-Bans too. These are the Skylers. They're like the cat eyes. I want them in different colors, but it is what it is. I got the shiny black. I think they had like a chalky gray color. They had a brown, but they was out of them. And it was some more, but again, it's like they only made a limited edition of the colors or whatever, but the black ones they still got. And if you get them without the transition lenses, they're only like $2.99 for Gen 1 and Gen 2. I got the Gen 2 with the transition lenses, and I think mine might have been like $400, like $379 or $400, something like that. So my lenses turn like a dark purple when I'm outside, but inside they're like, They're clear. They're polarized or whatever. So they don't, I don't have no glare while I'm in here. I'm in front of lights, so there's no glare or whatever. Yeah, I like them a lot. Mm-hmm. You said I should have gotten the Ray-Bans. I wanted these. I didn't want the Ray-Bans. The Ray-Bans are for the men's. But these are Ray-Bans. See, these are Ray-Bans. But they're the different style. They got the Ray-Ban Wayfarer. Excuse me. They have the Wayfarer for Ray-Bans. They have the Skylar for Ray-Ban. And they have the Headliner for Ray-Ban. And then they have the Oakleys. So now I feel like I am a professional at Meta glasses. But I got the Ray-Ban Skylars. Anyway, shout out to Love My Kids. Thank you, friends. You said your birthday was yesterday. Can you please give me a shout out? What voiceovers by Stephanie. Happy birthday, friend. Okay. Love My Kids. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay. So when you're on the phone, can people hear your conversation? They can hear me, but they can't hear the person that I'm talking to. But it just looked like I'm talking to myself, but as with any other earbuds, when you got your earbuds on, can people hear your conversations? Absolutely not, but they can hear you talking. So that's pretty much how it is. It's almost like having earbuds, but they're not in your ear. They're around your ear, and it go, yeah, it's cool. I like it a lot. But you do have some noise bleed if you like listening, because you can listen to music and stuff. If you have the music up really loud, you can hear a little bit of because, like I said, the speaker is up here or whatever. But yeah, you said what happened to Nene podcast? I don't know. You got to ask Nene, child. I don't know. Maybe she's on hiatus. Just like any other TV show, they go on hiatus and then they regroup and they come back. Yeah, it's just another one of my little business expenses. Speaking of my Meta glasses, I've been putting them to good use. I've had them a good 4 or 5 days now. And the first thing I did when I got them was I did a restaurant review. Me and my neighbor went out to eat. We normally go to Nobu. I love Nobu. Oh my God, I love Nobu. I love sushi and just the ambiance or whatever. But Nobu is high shit, okay? Even for lunch, okay? They have like $40 lunch specials and stuff, but by the time you leave, you end up spending like $300 for lunch. And, I'm not rich, okay? I'm not rich like that. I am middle class. I am a single woman. I got to save all my money for retirement, okay? So we found a less expensive sushi restaurant in Atlanta. Y'all go follow me on TikTok now. I'm doing restaurant reviews and everything. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Okay. This is my TikTok. I am ATLien on TikTok. Okay. So I've been going live on TikTok. I've been doing my little restaurant reviews on TikTok. Y'all remember I actually went to Kenya Moore Hair Spa on TikTok as well. So I put a lot of my clips on TikTok. If you don't want to like watch the entire video over here on YouTube, you can, have a little clip or something over here on the TikTok. Okay. So hold on. You said your son work at Meta. Hold on. Your son works for Meta NYC. They used them for crash dummies and took the glasses back. No, they did take the glasses back. I like them though. They're really fun. The crazy thing is my ex-boss had some months ago, and I was like, "What you need these for?" And then I played with them. I was like, "I like those." But here is the first one I did. Hold on. Look. What's up, you guys? I was looking for a new sushi spot because Nobu was taking all my money. And I found this one on Google. The food looked amazing, so I decided to give it a try. It's located on Peachtree Industrial or Peachtree Boulevard in Brookhaven, but it's not too far from Kenya Moore's No Hair Spa. But I digress. The sushi was amazing. We went for lunch. See, I was using my glasses to take the pictures of the food and to take the pictures of the menu. See, I did that with my glasses. They had several different lunch options as well as a full bar. So I didn't partake in any libations, but I did partake in these shrimp dumplings with the spicy mustard sauce. It made my nose run, but it was delicious. And also the fried shrimp tempura. These were just our appetizers, honey. We were just getting started. So we had the hot gossip, the Mamma Mia, and the Star Wars. 3 different rolls. They ran about about $15 to $17 a piece. They were, I might have took that one with my phone right there. I might take that one with my phone because I wanted to make sure I got everything without getting my friend in it. Amazing. My favorite was the Mamma Mia in the center. It was a fried sushi roll, which included scallops, and I think it had crab and shrimp. I can't remember. All I know is it was delicious. And look at how I'm handling those chopsticks. Yes, I am a pro. So if you are looking for sushi, I suggest you try this spot out. Let me know if you have any other sushi options in Atlanta because I need some. This one will go on my list though. Y'all let me know what you think. Go try Foodo in Brookhaven and maybe you'll see me there. What's up, you guys? Did my first little restaurant review. Look at that. My first little, they didn't even pay me. They didn't even pay me, but it was good. So I'm going to be back there again and again and again and again. Okay. You say it's almost midnight and you want some sushi. Child, so do I. Oh my God. It was so good. I started to go there today, but I'm like, I just went there the other day. Oh, and then I had did another one. You know, then I was like, oh, I was inspired. Okay. I was like, oh, I'm inspired now. I did a restaurant review and I had these pictures on my phone from the other, like a couple of weeks ago. Some friends. Social. Roaring Social is a social club. Actually, it's a speakeasy in Roswell. And then they have another one that just opened in Decatur. Now it is, you have to have like the password to get in. And then once you get in, you got to go behind the curtain and around the door and up. It's crazy. But I did a little, I tried to compile something with that. I didn't have great footage because again, I wasn't preparing to do one, but I dumped my phone and did this one today. Look at it. Look at this. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, ATLien. And listen, sometimes I do go outside the perimeter. This time I checked out Roaring Social in Alpharetta. This is not your average night out. It's a whole production. So here's how it starts. You walk to what looks like an old school tailoring shop, jacket, sewing machine, the whole setup. But the real secret, the party's hidden behind the curtain. Total speakeasy vibes. Step inside and boom, it's like you time travel straight into the 1920s. They hand you a string of pearls at the door so you can channel your inner flapper girl. You know I was ready, honey. And let me tell you, even the employees were in character. They're dressed like it's a full-on production, Prohibition era. Suspenders, vests, flapper dresses, the works. It really sells the illusion that you've stepped back in time. Now, that was me modeling my pearls in the bathroom. The vibe inside, velvet cushions, dim lighting, and a live band on stage, giving us 80s hits with a jazzy twist. It's classy, but still fun. The kind of spot where you can sip a cocktail and feel like you're in a movie. Now, the drinks, creative, cute, and they don't play with the poor honey. The crowd was grown and sexy. The food was amazing. Everybody was just vibing. No mess, no drama. So if you're tired of the same Atlanta spots and want something fresh, Roaring Social is it. Hidden entrance, pearls, Prohibition style staff, live music, strong drinks. It checks every box. And don't say ATLien never put you on. If you want true tea, come to me. What's up, y'all? If you want true tea, come to me, honey. If you want the true tea, come to me, honey. Anyway, I was trying to dump my phone. I was like, I've been somewhere else. I can create a video with something else. So I made me a little script, honey, and read it and put all my little pictures in there. I got all kind of stuff in my phone. So y'all might expect some of anything. I'm like, do I want to post that though? I had to cut people out. I be having to cut out faces and stuff, but then it get to be a little bit too much work. Okay. But yeah, y'all subscribe to my TikTok, please. And thank you. I just got over there. I haven't been over there too long. I, used to just put my outfits and stuff over there. But the TikTok people want me to get more engaged over on TikTok. They've been offering me bonuses and stuff. And so I have been doing more 1 minute plus videos over on TikTok. Now somebody said, why do you hate Kenya more? Who said I had hated Kenya more? And her being beautiful got nothing to do with how nobody feel about her. Why is it that somebody got to be? I'm about to block you. Yeah, hold on. Let me go ahead and ban this. Yeah, okay. Let me just go ahead and do that. Okay. You said, how do you get the password? You had to do it at the front door. Like, you had to look. I think sometimes they offer a cover charge, and it's $10. They give you the password. When you get the password, you got to go downstairs, around through the tailor shop to the entrance, and then once you get it to the entrance, then they, ask you for the little slip. No, you had to. Well, the phone was broke. This is what happened. The phone was broke when we got there, but normally they give you the little password, and you have to dial it on the phone, and then the phone will let you in or whatever. But something was wrong with the phone, so they just gave us our little slip and we went straight through the thing or whatever. But we had to go through this curtain and behind the scene. But it's cute. It's cute. I got to go to the one in Decatur. They just opened the one in Decatur a couple of weeks ago. That's a little closer to me than Alpharetta. But yeah, you said, what the fuck was that? Get out of here. I know, right? Have we even mentioned Kenya's name since we've been here? How long we been on for 20 minutes? Have we even said Kenya Moore's name? See, now we got to talk about Kenya Moore. Now we got to talk about Kenya Moore. I went past Kenya Moore's spot today. You would be happy to know, not today. I went yesterday and it was open. I was using my Meta glasses. I was actually headed to, hold on, let me see. See, I wasn't even going to bring this up. Is this it right here? Yep, that's it right here. I was actually headed to Home Goods. I told y'all I'd be at that Home Goods over there, and I got proof. I didn't even stop. Hold on, let me send this to myself. See, y'all want to be messy? I'm going to be messy too. Okay. Hold on. Stop video. Where I want to go? Maybe the video too big. Hold on. Select. Bam, bam, bam. Airdrop. Did it go? There it go. Thank you, JJ. JJ said, I think you should focus on YouTube as TikTok will now be pretty soon owned by the U.S. government. Oh, I definitely focus on YouTube as well, JJ. Don't worry. I'm not going to, disregard any of my YouTubes. I'm still over here. I'm not going nowhere. It's just that they asked me to do 1-minute videos for the next 30 days to grow my my channel. They're gonna help me in the algorithm, all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, if they reached out to me, I might as well do it. They're also offering bonuses and things like that. And I'm very transparent with y'all. Okay. So because they reached out to me, I'm like, well, I might as well. Ken MPA said, why isn't her cast supporting her business? Why no one answering that? Kandi love her so much, but she about to be evicted. Okay, that's my point. Everybody's mad at the people talking about the hair spa not being open, but nobody is over there spending their money on the hair spa. Why is that? I don't understand. And then the same people keep reposting stuff over and over. Kenya's fan club posting stuff from June when she had that special. She had a $25 hair special or something, and she was inviting people so that she can make content. And now they're just regurgitating that content over and over and over again to make it look like the spa has been open. But again, it wasn't. The videos coming, but they're coming real slow, y'all. I don't know why it's moving so slow. Them videos must be big. You said just seems like a friendship and an alliance, as Nene said. Exactly. They're not real friends. Kandi helped Drew. What she helped Drew do? I don't know. What she helped Drew do? Kandi is about supporting herself. Child. Michelle, she does not have any friends and no one is looking for her. Is that what it is? And then it'd be one lonely ass troll over here. Where is Team Twirl at? Team Twirl need to be banding together to make sure that their queen is supported. They need to be banding together to promote their queen's hair spa. They need to be banding together to buy out Kenya Moore hair care products, the ones that's been discontinued in CVS and Sally. They need to be banding together and putting together a GoFundMe so that Kenya can pay this back rent. Now, what I got to do with this? Because you're not as supportive as you should be to your beautiful beauty star queen. Okay, what I got to do with it? I'm pretty too. Y'all talking about she's beautiful. So am I, bitch. So am I. I ain't won no beauty contest, but I haven't entered in it either. Anywho, you said from what? Yes, form the Voltron. Yes, y'all do all that. Wonder Twins activate, all that stuff. Y'all do that, okay? Y'all need to do that instead of coming over here trying to read me. Hey, son, what son say? Thank you, son. Son said, what was going at the spa was that, yes, there was action. The lights was on. You know, normally the lights are on. The lights was on and it was somebody in there. Now, I didn't go. I was literally passing by on Peachtree Industrial. I'm going to show you in a second. As soon as this video stopped loading, I did it with my glasses and I tried to get it. I turned like this. And I was recording as I was driving because, you know, I like to drive my car and you can see the beautiful interior of my Porsche. Okay. So I was driving. I'm like, oh, this is so nice. I can record while I'm driving. And then I turned my head and I'm like, oh, there go Kenya Moore Hair Spa. And it looks like the lights open, but I had to keep my eyes on the road. Okay. But I'm going to show you. Was someone doing it? Looked like it. This was, what's today? This was Saturday when I was driving past her. Hold on, the video is up. Hold on. Which one is it? It's this one, MP4. Hold on, I gotta change the thing to MP4. Change this one to MP4. MP4. And change this one to MP4. Use. So where it go? They disappeared. Where they go? Date today. Okay, there they go. Let me put it in here. Bam. I was listening to Cardi B too. Hold on. I might have to turn that off because they're gonna flag me. Hold on. Stop screen, share screen. Bam. Okay. This is me right here. Y'all can see where I am. I don't know if I can zoom it in. Can I zoom it in? I don't know if I can. Hold on, let me turn that off. So I was driving. I might have been driving too fast though, but look on the right side. I slowed down a little bit. Look, okay, wait. Look. Wait, I can't zoom in. Yeah, I looked over there and the lights was on, but you can't tell if the lights was on, but I could tell that the lights was on because I looked over there. Right, it's right there. Y'all have to screenshot it and zoom it in. It's right there. So when I saw it, it was somebody right there doing hair and the light was on. Okay, that's Kenya Moore Hair Spot right here. So, look, because I was like, I ain't going over there. I got somewhere to be. Okay, I got somewhere to be. I was speeding too. You see how fast I was going? Yes, I like them. Don't you like them? They fly. You be like, I'm in my car. Okay. And then look. This me right here. Cause I was like, they ain't gonna say I was stalking. Look, this is where I was headed right here. Hold on. So you can laugh. So y'all can laugh. I had an agenda, honey. I had stuff to do. So I was right here doing this right here. Hold on. I stopped this. I was doing this right here. 67, 69. I was right here doing this right here. This what I was doing right here. I was on an agenda. I had to go to Home Goods. I'm looking for stuff, okay? Wait, I got another one. It's so funny. Where the other one at? Oh, here it is right here. You know, I had to get me in it. I'm like, I got to go past the mirrors. Never have enough mirrors. So I was like, they ain't gonna say I was stalking Kenya Moore. I had stuff to do. I was looking for some furniture and stuff. I'm still decorating, honey. I told y'all I be at the Home Goods all the time trying to see if they got new stuff. Yes, thank y'all for supporting me. Did somebody send me something? Hold on, did I miss something? Hold on. Oh, measurement. Thank you. You said we are confusion. We ignore as usual, but can you get a cease and desist for responding in the comments on your videos? Ain't asking for a friend. I don't listen. The people be mad at me. You said what was going on at okay, I already saw that. Thank y'all for supporting. But yeah, I was like, there is definitely action at the salon. The people was in there. I don't know what they was doing in there, but they was in there. So yeah. And so recently, since we talking about Kenya Moore, Kenya Moore's stand page recently posted this. Hold on, Kenya Moore's one of Kenya Moore's stand pages recently posted this again. And you know, we talked about this about 2 months ago. Y'all remember we talked about this? Because I said I ain't really like her hair. I mean, I felt like it could have been better. And that So Jody, which is the celebrity hairstylist that does Kenya's hair, was actually in Kenya's salon doing hair. Remember I told y'all that? We talked about this. And look what they saying in the thing. You know, they're always trying to throw shade. Hold on, they always trying to throw shade. Another glowing review about Kenya Moore hair spa. It's positive. So you know these bottom rung wannabe bloggers / journalists won't share this. So I will. Enjoy and stay mad, haters. Chad, this was September 24th, but we talked about this probably in August. We talked about this same video. So why are they mad acting like we don't be talking about it? But I'm gonna play it again just because they act like I don't be playing it.
Well, I took me from this to this. I can't believe it. I came down all the way from Jersey and it was so worth it. As you can see,
y'all know copyright disclaimer in section 107. Now look, you could tell this was a long time ago because remember, I've been by there 4 times and them dresses ain't even in the window no more. Remember we talked about this. Hold on, I'm playing anyway.
I have a lot of hair, but somehow my silk press only took 2 hours, which has to be a new world record or something. Along with the silk press, I also got a protein.
So shout out to So Jody. So Jody don't work there.
Treatment and a trim, of course, gotta get the strands healthy. Overall, I had an amazing time. Kenya provided superior customer service. She is so hands-on with her business, which I think is so amazing.
So Jody was there doing this girl hair for Kenya for the content, and she don't even work in the salon. You can't book So Jody at the Kenya Moore hair spa.
Jody had my hair silked down. She took such great care of me. That was the easiest blow dry I've ever had. I have super tangly hair and she worked through it like it was nothing. I mean, I am so amazed and I will definitely be coming back. Thank you for making me look good and feel good.
Now, like for $230, it needed to be better. No shade. For $230, it needed to be better. That should have been free if she was going to use it for content. That should have been free if she was going to use it to promote her spa. You said allegedly she paid $200. Allegedly. Yeah, her hair is beautiful. Her hair was amazing. And then look at Kenya over there. Look at Kenya right there. I ain't going to body shame her, but y'all see it. Look at Kenya up here touching the girl hair. Why is you in the girl hair, Kenya? Why? Was Kenya doing her hair too? Hold on.
Kenya Moore's hair spa took me from this to this.
Yeah, she right
Kenya Moore's hair.
What was Kenya doing?
Hair spa took me from this.
I don't know what Kenya was doing, but anyway, y'all know the drill. You said, did anyone see the video of Terrence Crawford arrest yesterday? I didn't see it, child. I haven't been paying attention. I'm sorry. Thank you for the Cash App. You said her ends are trash, not worth driving down from Jersey. Y'all saw what I saw. Did y'all see what I saw? Okay, look, her hair is beautiful anyway. Let's see. Hold on. Her hair is beautiful anyway. It don't look like they cut much, but Kenya ain't really for healthy hair. That's how the hair look. This is how the hair look after. This is after. I don't know. That was before. I liked it before. Okay. That's her coming to Kenya Moore hair spa. There go the dresses in the window. Y'all know the dresses aren't in the window anymore because somebody just went the other day. See, y'all got me started on Kenya Moore. I wasn't even gonna talk about Kenya Moore. Hold on, let me go back to TikTok. Hanging to what's his name? The Kenya Moore girl. Hold on, the Kenya Moore man. He was just there. Kenya Moore hair spa. So yeah, he was
All
just
right,
there.
y'all.
He was we played this the other day too. Okay, the dresses ain't even in the window no more.
We are at the iconic Kenya Moore hair spa, y'all. So much shit has taken.
See, the dresses ain't even in the window no more. Okay, so she posted old videos. Her being Kandi stylist makes sense because Kandi's hair never looks. Oh God, don't do Kandi like that. Kandi catching strays now. Measured Man said being petty because the pull out coming out. Is it 4C or 4C? I was serious. I am bald. Okay, it's 4C, the number 4 and the letter C. Okay, non-biased and justice for Nana, not justice for Nana. Okay, so this is Peachtree Poppy on TikTok. Y'all go show him some love.
In place here in the Housewives universe, mind you. Kenya hasn't even been on the show like that while the business has been open. We've seen her dream
And
up.
so whatever day Peachtree Poppy was there again, this was recorded about a week ago, posted about a week ago. There are no dresses in the window. The dresses she done pulled out the window and put back to the side. You see that? They there, but they not in the window anymore. And as a matter of fact, they were still closed.
We've seen her opening last season, unfortunately, with the bullshit. But we haven't even really gotten to come inside with her and really, really celebrate this beautiful building. I'm scared to stand too close to it because Kenya do be calling the police on motherfuckers. So I'm scared to get too close.
First of all, you know it's your First Amendment right to record in public. Even if she called the police on you, the police couldn't do nothing. You recorded in public. You not breaking no windows. You not trespassing. You are literally on a public sidewalk. So even if she called the police, what could she do?
But y'all, it looks so beautiful on the inside. Oh my God, Kenya. I hate that you are not back for season 17 because this is really, really beautiful. Shade. I know there was a lot of shade that the business isn't even open, but Kenya actually has been posting availability on her Instagram for you to come and get your hair done. So I've seen some great things. I definitely would come back and support Kenya if she didn't ban me from the space after seeing this video. But shout out to Kenya Moore hair spa.
And again, you see the door she had taken the even when I did my video, she's taken her name off the door. So she just on eviction watch. We reported on that the other day how the landlord had already filed, to enforce the lease and enforce the rent and all of that. So we shall see. Not you think you see my washer and dryer in there. Where is the washer and dryer? We haven't found that washer and dryer yet. Now Peachtree Poppy did also went to, where else did he go? He went he went to the OLG gang, since we was talking about Kandi earlier. He went to the OLG gang, and I told y'all a long time ago that the OLG was closed, like months ago, right? And so everybody kept saying that Kandi had closed it to remodel. Kandi had closed it, she still owned the building. Kandi this, Kandi that. But I guess her employees were shocked because there was a note on the door that basically said, please visit our location in East Point. And it wasn't any explanation about why it was closed. Now, Peachtree Poppy went and they done painted over the whole building. Like they painted the pictures off the door. So they don't plan on reopening. Hold on, look.
All right, y'all. We are outside the original location of Old Lady Gang. Kandi opened this up season 9 with Todd. If you originally pulled up, she had a mural of Mama Joyce, Aunt Bertha.
See, the mural is gone. The mural of Mama Joyce, Aunt Bertha, and Aunt Nora that used to be up there in the name OLG gang, it's gone. Where'd it go?
And Aunt Nora up on the walls.
She done scraped her name off the door too. Her name ain't even on the door. The curtains ain't there. Them cheap ass chairs ain't in there. What had happened?
Y'all, this was my spot. I'm not gonna lie about that. Me and my homeboy came here many weekends and ate good. The food was good. It just wasn't always consistent. Sometimes the mac and cheese wasn't macking. Nevertheless, Kandi did her best.
Look, it's empty. There is nothing in there. See, I ain't even took the time to go up there. I just told y'all it was closed. Okay. Well, actually, me and Josh had went up there months ago. I don't even remember when it was because we had took a picture. Hold on, let me scroll my phone. You said did she sell it? I don't know what she had did. I know she's in and you know Blaze is closed too. Blaze been closed forever and she's in a dispute with her landlord about that. So maybe she told y'all over on Patreon. I don't know. Child, I don't know. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. OLG. Yeah, this is the sign that was on the door right here. Cause me and Josh had passed by there. Hold on, let me pull this picture up. Hold on. Did it come through? It looked like it's coming. Let's say send it. Why is it taking so long to get the airdrop the picture? Just airdrop it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is the note that was on the door. What date was this? This was March. This was March 30th. April, May, June, July, August. This was 6 months ago. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Told you I reported this 6 months ago. Bam. Look. Unfortunately, we have closed our Peter Street location. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. You may visit us at our Camp Creek location. Thank you for being valued guests. So, yeah, they've been closed since at least March or before March. So, but she's talking about it now. Why is she talking about it now? I don't know. Yeah, it's my fault. I closed down all the businesses, child. It's my fault. I just talk about it. Yeah, like this video, please. And thank you. Like this video. You said money may be a little funny. Like everybody's money funny. You know, it's a recession. Y'all, she lost $1 million or $2 million. If y'all let the people tell it, she was making $2 million a year on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you lose that in a year, you lose that much revenue in a year, you gotta reorg. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what business people do all the time. And so it would seem like, you know, that's what she and Ty are doing, trying to reorg like the restaurant structure, what makes sense, what is actually making a profit. They're closing the things that aren't profitable for her, and trying to see what is profitable. In addition to that, you know, they hosting Eventbrite. Oh Lord, they're hosting what that, you know, they did an independent film. They decided that they would sell tickets to the independent film, so they making money that way. Okay, but the people say that that's a scam too. They're going state to state with the independent film. And listen, the views and opinions expressed are not just mine. I'm just on TikTok and I just be seeing people talk about it. Hold on, watch this. Kandi Todd. Hold on. It was right here. They was talking about it. Let me see what this girl said. These are some of the TikTok reviews right here. Hold on. Let me see.
So I was going to give a review of the movie from Todd Tucker, or produced by Todd Tucker, about Don't Bring Your Man to Atlanta. But I can't do a damn review because I never got to see the movie.
Oh.
We have VIP tickets to see the movie. They said be there at 5. People were standing out there for over 2 hours trying to get in, and these are VIP ticket holders. General admission holders, they were getting right in. They were getting right in. And it was sad because they were like older people, clearly just like, you know, we want to support, well, not me, but, you know, they want to support Tyler Perry and all of that. They're just coming out to see the movie and just wanting to support, you know, Kandi and Todd. And the movie could be great and the production and all of that, but the organization was horrible.
Oh.
Matter of fact, we left. We ended up saying, forget this, and I went to Roomies. And I was like, no, I'm just going to, you know, contact them and just be like, I need my money back.
Oh.
Because there's no reason why someone should be standing out there for 2 hours. Now, the staff and everybody, they were a little frustrated, but they were overwhelmed. So it's not their fault because you have hundreds of people coming to you saying, I got VIP tickets. Why are these other people coming through? And they really didn't have an answer. And they were just, overwhelmed. But I am saying they really need to work on their organization. And for people who do buy tickets and want to support them, because, we want them to win, don't shit on them. The fact that there were so many people out there in the heat, then the rain too, and they were still standing strong to support, I just feel like that part was wrong. And that's not right. And they should make it right for those people, not me, because I don't give a damn. But, for the older people who are just standing out there trying to do it, and it was just really disrespectful of their time and a lack of organization.
Hold on, let me look. Hold on. What is it called? Don't Take Your Man to Atlanta. Hold on. Don't Take the movie premiere. Hold on. Let me see. That's the past. I want to see the one where they're talking about don't bring shout out ourselves out. It was somebody else that was talking about the don't leave your man in Atlanta. Todd and Kandi. That's the past. Hold on. What's it called? I don't even know what to call it. Don't bring your man. Don't bring your man to Atlanta. Okay. What he say?
Hi, this.
Oh, what he talking about? I've never seen this before. I'm just pulling up stuff. What he talking about?
It's a follow-up to the Todd Tucker review. The event itself, as I said before, was a 2 out of 10.
What'd you say the first time? Wait a minute. I need to go back. See what he said the first time. No, that's Taco Tuesday. I want to know what you said the first time. I can't see the first part without seeing the second part. I can see the second part without seeing the first part. When you post the first part? Child, I don't know. Well, I guess I have to look at the first part. Hold on. That's a part 2. Is this where's here you go right here.
We've been standing out here since what, 4 or 5 o'clock?
I look like a wet dog out here.
Out here in the rain, just standing out here for what's this called?
Don't bring your man.
Don't bring your man to Atlanta. Todd Tucker.
Don't have menopause and be in this line.
I ain't froze. Y'all can't see me. Can y'all see me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. I don't think I'm froze. Can y'all see me? Hey, Anita. You said Michelle Brown. Tell Michelle unblock our email. We sent that. Oh, you sent that? They screwed you too. I didn't block your email, friend. Your email not blocked. Send it again. Hold on. Let's finish looking.
The red carpet was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. And now it's almost 6:30 o'clock that the show was supposed to start, and we're still in line. And
he says almost 6:30 o'clock. He said this. Oh, somebody tag me. Why the first? Look at the first comment right there. Look at Jacob right there at Michelle ATLien. How y'all gonna tag me and I didn't see it? That must have been around my birthday week. I was out getting drunk. I'm sorry. I missed all this, teacher. I was busy.
Supposed to start at 5 o'clock. And now it's almost 6:30 o'clock that the show was supposed to start, and we're still in line. And they're telling us we're VIP, but they're letting the general admission go in before us. This is one of the main reasons why we don't want to support Black business. When you don't take the time to take care of your people and give them a good experience. Then you're recording it. Look at the general.
He said 6:30 o'clock and give them a good experience. No shade. It's funny. I live for, the shade, but at least pronounce your words correctly, friend.
When you don't take the time to take care of your people and give them a good experience. Then you're recording it. Look at the gentleman over there recording it, making it seem like this is a good experience for all of us out here that's been standing out here for a while.
Oh, he look hot.
Todd Tucker, this is a fucking fail. A fail.
Ooh.
That's right.
Then we get in the theater.
Oh Lord, not the music.
And they taking forever to start the show.
They said they taking forever to start.
Telling us to move over, and then they need to fill the seat.
Lord, not them. Look the stripper. Look at the stripper up there waiting. The stripper up there waiting patiently. Look at it. Look. I can't. The stripper like why is the stripper standing on the pole like waiting on the ready set go? Okay.
When you start
Oh,
without whomever is in there.
Child.
Unacceptable. This is why we don't support black business. We've been standing out here since.
Yes, child. Let me see the follow-up. What the follow-up has said. Hold on.
Up to the Todd Tucker review. The event itself, as I said before, was a 2 out of 10. Very unprofessional, and it needs to be worked. Todd Tucker, you have to do better. You got to do better if you want to stay in business and people to really come out and support your business and have a good reputation for doing business with black people. Because what's happening is it looks as if a lot of black business owners are in it for the money, opposed to creating an experience and a welcoming place for black people. And so we need to do better with that if we want to continue to promote black business.
No shade, but it seemed like a quick money grab to me. But, who am I?
And have a successful business. Also, don't take the cheap road out. Don't take the cheap road out. Take the time and invest in your business. Your business and what you invest in your business speaks volumes. So begin to invest in your business. Me as a black business owner myself, I take the time and invest in my business to make sure that I create an experience for people that they will walk away and that they will enjoy. So the movie itself, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It was pretty much
not a 6 out of 10. Y'all go support Banky the Man.
Better than all of the other movies that have been productions that have been done by Todd. The acting was a little okay, and they had a plot twist at the end. It was a movie I probably could have just waited to watch at Tubi, but me and my partner, we wanted to just take some time and just spend time together and do something different. And unfortunately, it was not the experience that we expected. Again, as I mentioned, we were standing in the rain. It was hot outside. People were passing out. There was one individual, I believe they said, had a seizure.
Ooh,
so there was a lot going on. People was upset, and they were letting the general admission people go in prior to the VIP team. At the end of the day, it did not seem as if they had a project management team, which is so important when you are a business owner. Someone.
Where was Dun One? Where was Dun One preparing to speak on it or something? Where was Dun One? Isn't he supposed to be the manager over Kandi Cody Entertainment?
That can kind of help address different concerns that may arise, conflicts that arise during business that need to be addressed. We as black business owners, we have to do better if we want our black businesses to continue to thrive and excel. You have.
Why you mad at him, Georgia Peach? Is it because he, calling out? Listen, this man tried to spend his money. He has every right to tell his experience. Don't get mad at him for calling out the bad way Todd Tucker and Kandi did business. It's a Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker production, not just Todd Tucker, even though we know it's just Todd's.
Take the time to make sure that you give quality over quantity. Hi, this is a follow-up to the Todd Tucker.
You said Dun One was in the back eating. A mess. I didn't even know. He spent, like I said, these people spent money. So anytime you spend your money on something, what Todd talking about right here? Let me see I'm kicking it with my peeps. You should too. What is this? Todd trying to sell something else? What Todd trying to sell now? Hold on.
Now, what's going on? It's your boy Todd. I just want to say I appreciate you buying tickets to my new movie, Don't Bring Your Man to Atlanta, coming to your city, Detroit, November 2nd. This is going to be lit. It's going to be turned up. But do me a favor. Hey, man, turn that down. I'm talking to Janelle. Hey, do me a favor. Tell all your friends and family to come. We're going to sell it out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to take pictures, kick it. And once again, I just appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, so if you paid a certain amount, I guess you got a cameo from Todd. Oh Lord. Oh, that's so funny. Hold on. It ain't no more. I saw her already. Okay, I saw everybody else. And there go Todd on his press run. Let me see what he say. And that's on 8:14. Okay, 8:22, 8:25. Oh, there goes somebody. This is a positive one. 8:25. Let me see them. Everything they do, they gotta have some strippers involved, child. Anyway. You said had businesses for years prior to well, you know, again, they are going from state to state to state to state to state. Let me go. Let me see if I can go. And he said he going to whatchamacallit next. Hold on. Don't bring your man to Atlanta. Okay, he going to Detroit next, November 2nd. So let me see how much these tickets cost. Choose date, November 2nd. Select time. Oh, how you gonna sell? Oh, this a money. Oh. I just went to the website. Okay. Don't bring your man to Atlanta. And then select. Look at the times. 2:40, 3:15, 3:50, 4:50, 5:25, 6 o'clock, and 7. How you got the time? Is the movie 45 minutes long? Like, how long is the movie that you can stack the tickets like that? No wonder so many people were standing in line for hours. Because how you gonna get people in and out within these parameters? 2:40, 3:15, 3:50, 4:50, 5:25, 6 o'clock, and 7 o'clock. It's barely an hour between some of them. Child, let me just pick a time. 7 o'clock. $52. Oh, okay, Detroit. Y'all need to go out at 7 o'clock. Let me choose 3:50. Is it cheaper? It's cheaper if you go early. It's $32 if you go early. Exclusive ticket to watch them. Access to the red carpet. Okay. If I go at 7, I get red carpet exactly 30 minutes before. And then I get what? Red carpet access. Like, I get the same thing. Why want them? Y'all ain't gonna get my money. Y'all in Detroit, child. Y'all better go. Well, it's a movie. It's a pre-recorded movie that's probably gonna end up on YouTube. So shout out to Todd and Kandi. Is that for 2 people with refreshment? That's 1 person. That's 1 ticket. It's a money grab. Okay, listen. I'm not mad. Listen. I'm not mad at the people for getting on the Evite and selling to the people and getting people to buy, because that is what group funding is all about. It's just like GoFundMe or something. You decide you're going to have an event. You put it on Evite. You invite the people and you hope the people buy, and then Evite cashes you out. You got all the money, and then you can go and pay for your venue and pay. Yeah, it's just the whole thing, child. Yes, it's going to end up on her Pantheon. Now, speaking of somebody else who doing similar things, and I ain't hating, but it is what it is. What is the thing? All right. What was it called? Hold on. Let me go to Pinky Cole. Pinky Cole just had an event in Atlanta recently. And that event is actually going to be in several different states. It's called the Blueprint to Empire. and Entrepreneurs Brunch Series. And you know, they doing the same thing. Coach Stormy, Darius Cooks, all these people do, which I'm not mad at you. But when you start selling people these dreams and selling these high-ass tickets, saying, I'm going to teach you how to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be, you know, give you this inspirational pep talk, this fireside chat. I just be feeling like people need to leave with something besides optimism and hope. Just my opinion. But she's doing it. She just did this one in Atlanta. This the one that she just recently did. And Keisha Lance Bottoms was there. They sold tickets. It was amazing. I assume. I don't know. I didn't go. But it was, you know, it was basically her talking about her road to from selling her business to buying back her business and moving forward. And what I'm getting from this is the same thing that y'all claimed that Britt was doing and everybody else was doing. Instead of like running a business, you making money telling people how to run the business. So in essence, it's like, are you still running a business? Are you making a living talking about running a business? You know what I'm saying? And so if you go to this particular website, same thing, Blueprint to Empire. Hold on. Now look. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hold on. Look. It's for entrepreneurs. Y'all gonna go there. Y'all gonna talk. Y'all gonna look coming off the major announcement of Slutty Vegan 2.0 and the success of buying back her company. You know, she's telling y'all what to do, and she's selling you. Join us at Blueprint to Empire, a unique entrepreneur brunch experience. Now, look at it's the same thing. Look at the ticket. Look at the tickets. Look at the tickets. Baltimore, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Martha's Vineyard, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Raleigh, New York, Dallas, Ghana. So basically, you get tickets to this 2-hour brunch. And she's going to talk about, you know, how she built her business, which, you know, is good. But again, you know, I just be seeing stuff and I be thinking, is this a money grab? She's franchised now. Okay. But I be thinking, is this just for money? Like, look at the dates. 10-5, 10-11, 10-26, 9-27. And then you click it and it's an Evite link. Hold on. What's today's date? 10-5. Let me click it. Yep. It's an Evite link. It's an Evite link, child. We on Evite. We on Eventbrite, child. We over here. We on Eventbrite. We selling events, okay? These tickets are $161. They ain't even told us to announce the location yet because they got to make sure y'all buy the tickets. Y'all got to sell. They got to sell a certain number of tickets so that they can buy the, so that they can pay for the venue and the food and stuff. So they sell the tickets first. And then, yeah. And if they don't sell enough tickets, then they cancel the event. There's lots of these going on. But this one was the one in Atlanta she had, I guess it you know, they was filming it for the show, which again, that's why it gives me, you know, scheme set up by Pinky to come to us with fireside chats, but I ain't mad. I don't know if it, you know, I just know her and Drew were there. I saw it on, hold on, here it is right here. It was on the Bravo Shade Room, and apparently they was arguing about something. Don't nobody know what they was arguing about. Nobody cares either, but Drew was there, and here it is right here. And somebody recorded them on the side, and there were actually cameras as well. You see that camera right there. And so, of course, they don't let these type of pictures leak out unless they want you to know that the cameras were there. Okay. So there's that. What the people saying in the comments? Somebody said, I hate we even get to see this much behind the scenes. It's sad where Bravo is taking this franchise. I still don't like the casting. One thing I love about Drew is her authenticity. She don't care who you are. She said what she said. Stop showing the season. It makes people disinterested. No, it don't, because this ain't interesting anyway. This ain't interesting anyway. Just seeing people standing in the corner talking. Yes, Keisha is running for governor. Keisha Lance Bottoms is running for governor. So, you know, anytime there's a camera around, I'm sure she will be there to get this free press, and I ain't mad at her. It ain't that many sluts and vegans in the world. So there's that. Now, speaking of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the people also saw Kay What's-Her-Face was with Cynthia and who was it? Cynthia and who? Hold on, let me go to my Discord. They put in Discord last night. We was talking about it. Like this video, we just chit-chatting. We are just chit-chatting. If you're on Patreon, I can't see your comments, so come over into the YouTube chat if you can on YouTube. Hold on. Voice channel. Yeah, we was talking about Kay What's-Her-Face. Here it is right here. It was on the RHOA talk. And hold on. And where is it? There is Cynthia. We just talked about Drew and Shamia. And then where'd it go? Hold on. Did they delete it? I think they deleted it. Okay. Dang, I don't even see it. Where? Let me see if I can get it right here. This is a picture of it. But for some reason, the video ain't there, or I can't get the video to come up. X.com/. It looked like they deleted the video. Okay. Well, this is they probably asked them to delete it. I don't know, but this is Cynthia and Kelli at Kay What's-Her-Face's house. You know, we were just trying to figure out, is this Kay What's-Her-Face's house in Nashville, or if this is Kay What's-Her-Face renting some house in Atlanta. I don't know, but you know, it is what it is. I just dropped my earring. It is what it is. Kay What's-Her-Face said she had just bought a lake house and that she has deer and all kind of stuff over there. And so when I saw that post about her saying that, you know, she had deer and stuff, I'm like, is that in Atlanta? What part of Atlanta is she in? Where she says she sees a lot of deer in her house. I had saw this right here, this post. Hold on. I don't know if this was the same house or not.
What did you say? No! Where is he? Under my damn dishwasher. Go in, I don't know.
So in this post, she said, yesterday I was minding my business, cleaning and decorating the lake house when a visitor popped up. I left the balcony door open and he snuck in. I love animals, but y'all, I don't do reptiles. And just like horses, my biggest fear is a snake in all forms. The other day, it was 15 deer on my porch. Every day, a new adventure. So,
oh, we can't lose them though. We can't keep our eye.
So I was trying. She had a lizard in the house.
You're right. No. Well, you like it. You keep an eye on him. Okay. Ew. The spider's away because today is home day. I got a lot of home decor, and this motherfucker is snuck in to the thing.
Yeah, so this is Kay What's-Her-Face. So Are they in Nashville? Did Kelli and Cynthia go visit her in Nashville? Are they? I don't know. And why was the video deleted?
I want to cry. No, I'm crying. I'm frustrated. I cried over everything. I'm frustrated. Is he still just chilling? Yes. What do they eat? That's not funny. Why are you laughing?
It's a bug.
It's not a bug. It's not a bug. Can you come stay right here?
What is it? What corner, girl?
Please get that in the corner.
Where is it? What corner, girl?
I got it. I bring a big old box full.
Yeah, they deleted that video with K. Michelle and Cynthia and Kelli. I wonder why.
You might need to move the bag. Stop.
She had a restaurant here many years ago. A lot of people said it was trash, and I believe it closed a long time ago. Enough of that. I guess they got it out. But I saw somewhere where she was opening a restaurant in Nashville. That's why I was like, if she doing all this in Nashville where, you know, she allegedly moved, then how is she actually gonna be on the show? I don't know. And I know, you know, they had took a trip to Nashville, blah, 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 blah. That's why I'm not buying it. But, you know, y'all say she gonna be on the show, then, you know, she gonna be on the show. But is she gonna have a peach? I don't know. Hold on. Let me try to find where I had saw the house. I mean, the restaurant that she bought in Nashville. Here it is right here. Let me see. Visit. This was, how long ago was this? This was a year ago. Did the restaurant ever open? Hold on, let's see. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes of criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. So here she is giving a tour of what she claims was a restaurant she was opening in Nashville a year ago.
It was a tour of her newly constructed restaurant.
Probably Melvin, the main contract. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually a female.
Sheila. The lady that we was just with?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. If she wants to. Get into our white boxing and everything. We had plumbing we had to deal with. I thought it was round.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't think she married either.
Would you like it round or square? Yeah, right? Like hers. So we are going through plumbing. Y'all keep on trying to make reservations. I don't know how y'all gonna make reservations in here. You will get to make reservations, I swear, in a couple weeks. But we had
a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks. Look at who gonna make reservations there in a couple of weeks? Child, if these people is crazy, and y'all be buying what they selling.
Teach y'all one-on-one stuff I'm learning myself and don't understand. This is a grease trap in plumbing. It looks like it's crazy, but it can all be done in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's come a long way. It has been something. It has been hell. It has been a lot. This is like a cafe. We got this up. Yeah, this is a new spot for the restaurant. This is the cafe side because I've always wanted. People be talking about cafes and don't know what they are. I'll be having to shut up about my ideas, but this is like
This is this real pretty stone. This is my male bathroom, my female bathroom. I gave my employees a break room.
Girl.
A break room back there. Do I have something for flooring? Yes, we just concluded flooring, all of that.
This was a year ago. Does she have a restaurant yet? Or are they still constructing it? I don't know. You said K Michelle is married. K What's Face is not married, child. K What's Face is not married. Hold on, let's see. Cause she said in her thing, yeah, we blocked each other. She said in her thing that I think they call each other wife and husband, but I don't think they married for real. I really don't. He said, "Is this Puff and Petals?" Child, I don't know what that was. I'm not investing in K What's Her Face. I was just pulling it up because the people was talking about it. Now moving on. I ain't even talked about Porsha and Simon yet, y'all. I have not even talked about Porsha and Simon. Now, so earlier today, we were chit-chatting over on TikTok, and people were asking me about the whole Simon situation because apparently I think blogger Carlos King had a judge over there, Judge Tierney Gandhi of Atlanta, who basically was given a lot of misinformation. Now, I mean, she's a judge. I think she is bound by certain rules and regulations, but how you gonna get on a podcast? How you gonna get on a blogger show on YouTube, Judge Tierney Gandhi, and not have all the information about the lawsuit, which was interesting to me. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was just skimming through it like I often do because y'all know I can't watch Carlos's shows. But, you know, as a fellow blogger, I understand all of us are biased. We all have our favorites, and Carlos's favorite is Porsha. So I felt like he had an agenda and he was trying to, you know, push that, you know, perhaps, you know, Simon doesn't have any more rights to fight against the prenup in court. Right measurement, the party judge. Okay. I had put this in Patreon about a week or so ago. My good friend Sandra Rose had wrote about her. Hold on, because Sandra Rose was on her head, honey. This was about a year ago. Sandra Tierney. Hold on. Tierney. She got suspended for 90 days after she was hit with a bunch of misconduct allegations. Here was the first investigation. Channel 2 News reporter Richard Belcher brought a investigation against her, where y'all know she was connected to Mayor Kasim Reed back then, former Mayor Kasim Reed now, where people were saying that she was the actual reason why Kasim Reed got divorced, allegedly. Well, Kasim Reed is who appointed her to be a judge. And during her tenure as a judge, she's still there now, she was involved in several ethics investigations, okay, and complaints that she often arrived late for court. The Channel 2 News reporter also found that Judge Gundy canceled court sessions or rushed through morning court so that she can attend events such as a Super Bowl rally for the Atlanta Falcons. Gundy is one of 2 judges who hold 8 a.m. sessions for defendants jailed overnight. If the inmates aren't seen in court, they go back to the cage until another court session is called. The defendants, most of whom who are poor, mentally ill, or homeless, usually end up staying in jail. And this is Tierney and Dr. Jackie right here, Tierney and Dr. Jackie. On the internet, not the side chick. On the internet, you can see many pictures of Terrinee and Mayor Kasim Reed as well. I ain't gonna even pull them up, but Judge Gundy is well known in Atlanta social circles. We actually have a lot of mutual friends. That's why I'm tiptoeing through this. But they said was a fixture in music industry parties. And here she is along with, who is this right here? Oh, she was with Giselle, Erica Lyles. Okay. At Giselle's makeup lunch party. This was in Atlanta in 2017. This on Sandra's page too. Shout out to Sandra Rose. Okay. Yes, her name is it's pronounced Terrinee, but it's Terrinee. But her name is Tierney. Okay. It says Gundy is the ex-wife of music producer Kevin Shakespeare Briggs. Y'all remember Shakespeare and Kandi had a relationship as well. That's why you'll never see Judge Gundy with Kandi. Anyway, Shakespeare co-wrote Bills along with Kandi. Now, the reporter also communicated with his sources on the Judicial Qualifications Commission, which was investigating Gundy at the time. But apparently, he hadn't heard nothing yet. Hold on. Let me fast forward. That was in April and June of 2019. Tierney faced multiple ethics charges filed by the state's judicial watchdog on Wednesday. According to the AJC, the charges against Gundy were brought by the Judicial Qualifications Commission investigative panel in a filing before the Georgia Supreme Court. She faced 9 charges and varying degrees of misconduct, including failing to hold timely hearings for at least 6 defendants that resulted in them being unlawfully incarcerated, as well as making false statements to the commission, which is a felony. Gundy has been under investigation since the allegations that she frequently showed up to work late or canceled morning court sessions after allegedly hanging out at night. Okay. Gundy faces charges of attempting to cover up her chronic tardiness and absenteeism by removing or tampering with a courthouse surveillance AV system to conceal her late arrivals. She is also accused of rushing through a morning court session so she could attend a Super Bowl rally for the Atlanta Falcons. Gundy also reportedly told the court's operations manager to stop producing case count calendars to further conceal her absenteeism. This is according to the charges. Additionally, Gundy was charged with threatening to fire a court security officer if he failed to secure seats for her and her family at the 2018 mayoral inauguration. Gundy was 45 at the time. What year was this? 2019, 20. So she about 55 now. Okay. No, 45. She about 52 now. Gundy, who was dubbed the party judge, is a fixture at music events. We knew that. According to Channel 2's Richard Belcher, Atlanta taxpayers picked up the $600 an hour legal tab for Gundy's former attorney, Frank Strickland. The city paid $56,000 for Gundy's legal fees before Atlanta City Attorney Nina Hickson wrote a letter to Strickland informing him it was improper under state law to use public funds to pay for a private legal matter. The city fired Strickland, whose fees were approved by Jeremy Berry, who was hired as the city attorney by Reed before he left office. In a letter sent to Strickland that didn't mention Gundy by name, Berry said Strickland would be paid $600 an hour in the matter of a judge. Hickson became city attorney after Berry resigned. Okay, hold on. And then the last one, after the investigation, she was suspended for 90 days. By the Georgia Supreme Court for ethics violations. She was suspended 90 days without pay. And yeah, so it is what it is. But she's back now, child. She's back now. Hold on, I'm still reading. It says, earlier this year, the police were called to a loud house party at a rented mansion near Lenox Square Mall in Buckhead. Police gave Gundy a citation for a noise violation after she hired a marching band to perform at the party. I just borrowed it from one of my friends, so I didn't actually pay a fee or anything, Gundy told the officer about the notorious $1.8 million party house once owned by rapper Young Thug. Police said the mansion rental and marching band would have cost Gundy about $5,000 to $10,000 to rent. The officer who responded to neighbors' complaints said the house party was loud as hell. One neighbor told the cop, "This is absolutely ridiculous. I've got children trying to sleep." Y'all need to lock their asses up, okay? As you know, Gundy was appointed to the bench as a city judge by her boyfriend, former Atlanta Mayor Kasim Reed, back in 2013. So there's that. These are Meta glasses, friend, and you can get them from Meta. You can get them from Facebook. You can get them from Ray-Ban. You can get them from Lens Crafters. You can get them all over the place. Just go on Google and type in Meta glasses, and they'll come up. You said, who borrows the marching? I think she borrowed the house, not the marching band. I think the marching band was an issue though. But I just brought all that up because she apparently went on Carlos King's show, blogger Carlos King over there, and she told Carlos King's audience that Simon could no longer appeal. And it's crazy because when it comes to the Court of Appeals, listen, if the Georgia Court of Appeals rejects a request for reconsideration, it usually means that the case is closed. But depending on the issues involved, such as enforcement or validity of a prenuptial agreement, there are a few additional avenues of relief that could be considered. So, I mean, Simon can still petition to the Georgia Supreme Court, okay? And still, again, he got his attorney working on it. He can go to the federal court for relief if there is a federal constitutional claim, such as due process or equal protection implicated in how the prenup was enforced. You may be able to pursue a case in federal court. And so this is rare for prenups since they're usually state law issues, but it can arise if there's a claim that your federal rights were violated during the state's process. It also says the trial court judgment motions. Sometimes you can go back to the trial court and file a motion to modify or enforce different terms of the prenup. So he still has several different options when it comes to appealing the prenup. So it isn't closed. That's all I'm saying. And so according to Simon, y'all know I had to get a quote. Okay. He said, Simon says, and I quote, "My stance remains unchanged regarding how far I'm prepared to go." Okay. My stance remains unchanged. And so apparently, he is willing to, go as far as he needs to go when it comes to this prenup. Like he could tie Porsha up for the next 3 years. She had 36 months to stay in the house. And in the meantime, she has to continue paying all of the bills that are associated with the house. Now, as you know, she filed a petition, an actual separate separate case against Simon, where she's suing him for $667,000 and wanted to hold him in contempt for failing to abide by the court's orders. He wanted to hold him in contempt and all of that. Well, apparently, they went to their compliance hearing last week, and neither Simon nor his attorney would accept service. Because Simon showed up via Zoom. The attorney could have accepted service if she was officially hired by Simon to represent him on that case. However, according to the attorney, she has not been retained to handle that matter for Simon. Therefore, she refused to accept service. I was like, if you don't listen, they are running Porsha and her attorney, they are running in circles and nothing is happening, honey. And meanwhile, the judge asked Simon if he would accept service, which he could have said yes and verbally accept the service. And Simon said he would prefer to retain an attorney first before he decides to accept service. And and the judge agreed, and the judge couldn't force him to accept service. The judge couldn't force him to accept service. Meanwhile, the Porsha's attorney just sitting there like, what is happening here? Like, we can't force his attorney to take it. We can't force him to take it. So, and meanwhile, Porsha's lawsuit might be dismissed in 30 days because they can't serve nobody. How they gonna serve him? Okay. Also, as far as him being in contempt, it was a compliance hearing to see if he would be in compliance of all the terms of the divorce and the prenup. And apparently the judge agreed that he can't be in contempt because he was actually in the matter was in appeals. So while it was in appeals, he didn't necessarily have to abide by that law because it was in appeals. Now, since it's not in appeals anymore, the judge actually moved the court date to, I think it's like December something. Is it December the 11th? December something. Yeah, let me see. I wrote it down. December the 11th. December the 11th. So they're gonna have another conference in December. Meanwhile, Simon ain't paying nothing. Simon, like, I'm just saying, then he got his attorneys running and doing this and trying to figure out if they're gonna do another appeal and how they're gonna appeal it and what they're gonna do. And yeah, it'll be Christmas then, and Porsha still got to pay the bills. The mortgage still have to be paid. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is I wouldn't be trying to trying to pay for a house I know I can't afford by myself. But you can see it two ways. Simon did sign a prenup, okay, and Porsha sees this pot of gold, and apparently she feels like if she hold out for the long term, she gonna get some money. But if it was me, it's like harboring all that energy, going back and forth with somebody you truly don't give a damn about. Clearly, you don't want to be associated with this person anymore. This person don't owe you shit. Move on. Just move on. But, I know some of y'all think it's all about the money. She needs to take the money. She needs to stay around and get the money. She needs to stay around and get the house. But she got her own house. She got her own this. She got her own that. And staying in that house and forcing everything, she going to end up losing all the stuff she already has. She already got her house on the market. And I'm assuming she's selling the house that she had Miss Diane in so that she can use that money to pay for the house that she's in, so that if she can sell it, then she gets the equity out of it. But how long you gotta wait, girl? How long you gotta wait? So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. That is my thoughts on that. You said so the allowance paying the mortgage. What look, she's not getting anything. He's not paying anything. I mean, the allowance could pay the mortgage if she was getting the allowance, but she's not getting the allowance. Nor is he paying any of the mortgage. So I don't know. You're right. Peace of mind is priceless. Knowing that your bills is paid is priceless. Knowing that you can pay your own bills is priceless. Okay. But that's just me, honey. That's just me. I know some of y'all are like, well, she was his wife for 14 months. She deserved everything that he promised her. Okay, if y'all say so. But I wouldn't fight for it. I would not fight for it. There's a certain amount, to me, this is just my personal opinion, amount of energy associated with, all this negativity. You got a child to raise. You could be blocking your blessing by tying yourself up and arguing and fighting over, these assets that this man clearly doesn't want to give you. You know what I'm saying? You could be the time involved in going back in court, the time involved in paying attorneys. The attorneys are the only ones winning in this situation. You could be on to the next man, on to the next relationship, on to the next whatever, the next business, on to freeing yourself to having, more energy and more positivity to contribute to your time on whatever reality show you're on. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Paula said, what's this thing that the mortgage on Simon's home is a non-interest loan, meaning there's no equity? Do you know anything about that? No, I haven't heard anything about that, friend. I haven't heard. I mean, it might be a jumbo loan. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. But there would be equity in it because, Simon put $2.5 million down on the house. The house has appreciated allegedly, on some, if you look at on some apps, it's appreciated. On some apps, it's depreciated. So, I mean, you can't really tell until somebody actually runs the comps for that area. However, it's got at least, 2.5 plus whatever, the appraisal comes back at. It has a little bit, but then you got $500,000 worth of liens on it. You know what I'm saying? You got Simon's attorney's liens, you got Porsha's attorney's liens. And then the amounts are going up. You know, the attorney's fees are going up each time they go to court. Their payments are added. So, you know, he said, "What about Simon? He needs to let it go. It's his money. Why he need to let it go? I don't know. Again, I can see it both ways. I mean, but I see it as Porsha fighting for something that she didn't earn. It's not her money. So, I mean, he's fighting for, the money that he's earned all these years. He's fighting to keep it. He signed a prenup though. We could go there. And so, but again, she didn't marry that man for love. She married that man for money. And we ain't gonna sit here and act like she loved him and she deserved this, that, and the third. We ain't gonna act like that. Clearly, it was an agenda from the beginning. When she first walked into Fallon and Simon's house, you listen, despite Fallon messing around with the pool boy. Despite Fallon doing what she was doing, at the end of the day, another woman interjected herself in the mess, in the marriage. So Porsha and the pool boy are both wrong, okay? In addition to Simon and Fallon doing what they do. For all we know, they could have got back together. But yeah, you don't step foot in nobody's marriage. You don't do that. But anywho, just my opinion. The views and opinions expressed by Michelle ATLien Brown are mine and mine alone. Listen, based off my limited experience. Y'all know I was married 10 years. I'm just saying. Exactly. There are no clean hands when it comes to this. There are no victims. Everybody is accountable for everything that they did. Okay, like you said, Simon signed a prenup. Porsha married the man fresh out of whatever relationship. Simon married Porsha fresh out of his relationship with his wife, who was already cheating on him with the pool boy. It's just all bad. Porsha knew she didn't love him because she was still in love with Dennis. Simon knew he probably didn't love Porsha because, he was just upset that Fallon was cheating on him, and he probably felt that was get back. It's just all a mess. It's just all a mess. So again, they'll all just be fighting, and it's a loss for everybody. Honestly, it's not I don't see nobody winning. I heard it from another blogger. Not sure if they saw the paperwork. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what other bloggers be saying, friend. I mean, they ain't seen no paperwork. There's no way another blogger, anybody would have seen the mortgage paperwork. There's no way. So, y'all don't even let go of the person who did you wrong in middle school, but telling people what to do. I ain't telling people what to do. I told you what my opinion is. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. Don't be mad at me. I'm not going back and forth to court with nobody, okay? I talk my shit. Y'all be saying I need to let go of the junkie Daniva stuff. I talk my shit because that's my experience, and I'm going to talk about it because it's my experience. But I'm not going around running after him for my washer and dryer. I'm not tying him up in court about, the stuff that I feel he still owes me. It is what it is. It's done, okay? But I'm going to talk about it anytime I see fit. Oh, you said not me. That's okay. Yeah, 10 years was a long time, and I ain't getting nothing but some Boys to Men CDs. Child, I ain't getting nothing. I did that wrong. That man, I wouldn't, child, I need some lessons from Porsha. Cause I ain't getting nothing. He ain't had nothing to give me, child. Anyway, I did much better without him, honey. I did much better. And on that note, I've been chit-chatting with y'all a long time. Anybody want to call in? I don't know. It's late. I know nobody want to call in this time of night. I'll put the link in. I'm just running my mouth anyway until I hit the 2-hour mark. I think we talked about everything. I pulled up everybody's stuff. We talked about Kenya. We talked about Kandi. We talked about Drew and Pinky. We talked about Kate What's-Her-Face and Cynthia and Kelli. Shamia had a birthday party for her husband. I mean, as she should. What else is going on? Okay. What else is going on? You said that judge stated that Porsha having a daughter gives her more rights The judge probably feels that way because, yeah. How does that give her more rights when Simon has kids too? Oh, you said that without regards to Simon kids who were living in the home. Exactly. Porsha kicked them kids out, child, and the nanny. Put them on the curb. Put them kids on the curb, child. Oh, thank you so much, Bam. I appreciate it, friend. Hey, James Hudson, what's going on? Happy birthday, Crystal. Happy birthday, many, many, many more. Yeah, you know people be making up stuff. You already know. You like this lipstick? Thank you. And this one is Butter Gloss by NYX. I don't know what color it is, though. What color is this? Oh, this butterscotch. This butterscotch. And I had a brown liner on. Whatever this is. I was just trying to put on something because I ain't had no makeup on. My brows weren't done, nothing. But I like my glass. See, I can take a little picture. Watch this. See? Y'all saw that little light right there? I just took a picture myself. Oh, Kim MPA is in the studio. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Ken? I'm
good. When are we going to get another blog from you? We are so overdue for you to update your site, Michelle.
I'm going to do it before the year's out.
All right. I'm going to hold you to it.
I am. I have planned. I'm going to do it before the year's out. You know, life just be lifing, and I just be trying to manage and balance and all of that. You're not the only person who be getting on me. But, yeah, I still pay my hosting bill every month, so I got to do something to recoup my money.
Was it you that spilled it? I feel like you said Kasim and Phaedra may have dated at one point.
I heard that too, child. Kasim got around, honey.
He did. He really did.
I think he's still single now. Now that he, anyway. Yeah. You remember Kasim actually filed a lawsuit against Lipstick Alley for spilling all his tea.
Oh my God, I remember that. Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm like, I'll be like tiptoeing because I'm like, them judges and them attorneys, I'm good because people can be real litigious for no reason at all. Like I don't care.
I like Carlos, but it's like I don't know. I feel like a friend to everybody is a friend to no one.
I always say that too. Yep. He'll smile in somebody's face, knowing they don't mess with this person and bring this person on too to talk about this person. Child, you are a snake, child. A slippery snake.
Yeah. I just
allegedly.
He's too messy for me. Like it was kind of fun to watch, but like some of the latest stuff he's been doing, like he brought somebody on the show and set her up with a question that he was asking the other person. So the other person got in the comments of that interview and was like, that is not what you asked me. That's not how it was said.
Ooh.
With the whole April Jones and Moniece thing, I was like, man, he's
I didn't even follow that drama. I don't follow anything Carlos King does. No, Shay, I wasn't going to even interject the stuff about the judge, but people kept coming at me, and we've been talking about it on Discord, so I figured why not go ahead and talk about the judge and whatever. But it's crazy because nobody would be bringing up the judge's past if it wasn't for her on Carlos' show, interjecting herself in this whole prenup thing. And it's like, okay, well, what about you, judge? She had a messy divorce too, but we ain't gonna go there.
So why do you think Bravo is trying to incorporate so many love and hip hop people now into the franchise? Because it's two very different demographics. Like when I was coming up, Housewives was a little bit more prone to refinement. Love and hip hop was kind of.
Who all are they? I mean, I know Tammy filmed a scene or something.
Well, I mean, Tammy and Kay, what's her face? To me, even just having those two, I mean, they might as well bring Rashida at this point. Like,
But
it's
I
like,
mean, we don't know for certain that even one of these ladies actually have a peach, or if they were just filming just to, for it to be associated with a storyline. We don't know yet. And I'm gonna hold out hope that they're not. However, I do think that ever since they wanted to do like a reboot and all of this, and they wanted to skew younger. If you think about it, back in the day, season 1, 2, 3, and all of that, Nene and them, they were in their late 30s, early 40s. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so I feel like they're trying to get that late 30s, early 40s kind of vibe going. And all of those people who were on Love and Hip Hop back then are now damn near 40. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Me
Yeah, but
personally,
they
I
had
feel
like
like
bona fide celebs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even in those early seasons, I mean, I'll never take anything from Kandi and her accolades. Like, Kandi had T-Boss on there. Nene interviewed Jermaine Dupri. Like, it was like at a certain level, though. Not just random, throwing in light-skinned Keisha to throw us off, or, throwing in
they
these
did the
people.
light skinned Keisha. They did the who was it? The King Amaya.
Maya Scott.
Yeah, they did her. They did a couple of people they kept trying to like push and say this person's gonna be on there. That's why I was like, you never know until you know. You know what I mean? And so as far as Kay What's Her Face is concerned, I just feel like she already had her shot. I said this earlier on TikTok. I feel like she had her opportunity to blow, when she was on Love and Hip Hop season 1, 2, 3, whatever season she was on. She had her opportunity to blow when she was on Queen's Court. She had her opportunity to blow when she was on whatever the box series was, when she was getting her
And
butt
she
redone.
also had her own separate show produced by Monami, My Life. And she went to
So
another Love and Hip Hop. She went to Hollywood.
yeah,
So
so it's like to me, she's done too much. Like, let's give some new, fresh talent a chance. And that's not to say she doesn't deserve an opportunity. She's too ghetto to be a housewife, even though I do believe that. But I think that it's so many other people who would have like slayed that opportunity. I know so many Atlanta business women who want to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I just don't think they really even tried to cast, honestly.
I feel like the initial vision that Princess set is just it's not there anymore.
Yeah. And it was a group of friends who lived behind the gates. Remember? And everybody was like hanging out, going to the gym, having cocktails, eating, having events at their house, all of that. It's just not the same anymore. And when I was reminiscing on my whole Real Housewives of Atlanta trajectory, because somebody earlier was like, why don't you go to events or whatever? I was like, it ain't no events I want to go to. I was invited to Kelly's Chicken and Waffles grand opening, but I didn't want to go. So it's
and not
like,
to mention, you've been there, done that. When it
that's
was
what I was about to say.
you
I've
going
been to
to
like
50 Cent's party and
50 Cent's party, Nene's gays and girls party. The I can think of so many. Phaedra's son's christening, Phaedra's son's birthday party, Cynthia's ebony cover release party at Bar One. I mean, it's just been so many things that I was at that I'm just like, oh, okay.
I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Angie Stone's family suing the truck drivers?
Oh, I hadn't even followed up on that. I don't know.
That was sad to read how she died. So your discretion is it, but that was sad.
Yeah. So the truck, not the driver of her vehicle, the truck that actually hit them.
Yeah, she was trapped under the car, and that's how she actually passed away.
Oh wow. No, I did. I mean, that's what insurance is for.
I wish Nikki Gilbert wasn't in litigation, because you know what I would really love to see? I'd like to see a revamped R&B Divas, or a Real Housewives of Atlanta legacy cast with all of the older women. I just feel like Bravo missed so many good moments with everybody getting a divorce and stuff. Like, throw them together. And
I am not a fan of Nikki Gilbert.
Really? Why not?
I'm not a fan.
I feel kind of bad for her, but yeah, I've heard.
Really? Why?
Well, I mean, as far as with this whole lawsuit thing, because I think it's pretty obvious that there are a lot of things taken from her play that they use. But I do think that both her and Kelly Price, R&B divas, did them no favors, and the personality in that department.
It was even before that. I didn't even watch R&B divas because I'm not a fan of hers. I have never seen R&B divas ever.
Really?
Really?
That's crazy, man. It used to be so good.
Mm.
You have to tell me on Patreon what you not a fan of her.
I will talk about it on Patreon, but I try not to talk about my personal life.
Oh, it's personal.
So
Never
some
mind.
of the reasons that I don't mess with certain people, it be because of some things that in my personal life.
Oh,
and
okay. Never mind.
Don't really have nothing to do with like.
Okay. Understandable. Next topic.
Yeah. Yeah, she don't like me and I don't like her. That's all you need to know. I don't know what else. I think you know what's crazy. I think that's why she cool with Junkie Dineva, because she don't like me.
I think she's cool with him because he's the only platform that will give her a chance to speak. Everybody else.
But do you know how bad he used to drag her and body shame her and talk about her knock knees and her black gums and all kind of stuff?
But you know when she decided to go against P Valley, everybody kind of just dropped her by the wayside. So I don't think she has anybody else but him. So she kind of has to take what she can get.
And he take everybody, child. He want to be associated with anybody so bad.
He's a social climber.
He is. But you know, a lot of people are. You can't be mad at people for being opportunists and want to take opportunities. But I just be like, sure, bye.
No, but like I'd rather like take it from somebody like a Dwight who had a little bit more class.
I like Dwight. Yeah.
Well, you have a good night.
Damn, I was about to drop some more tea. Never mind.
You sure? Drop it.
I don't want to, because then people like, you always talk about Junkie Dineva.
Well, shit.
Well, he's in rented. He rented another house. He keep renting houses over and over and over again. And
but
the
I
last house when I showed
one.
you, huh?
I thought he purchased that one.
Oh, I showed y'all he rented it because he came sight unseen to the house.
Oh no, I was being facetious because that video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's moved and they've sold that house. You know, I have friends in the business. You know, I'm a real estate guru. Okay, and the house actually was sold and they didn't renew his lease, so he had to move.
You know the thing that disappoints me about him the most?
What?
It's like when I can't think of what season of Housewives that was. I think it was when the last time Sheree was on and Kandi was like, and Kenya was like, Sheree, you should have the biggest business. We've been talking about She by Sheree for years. And it's like he has had this platform for probably close to 2 decades now. And the fact that he hasn't done anything, really with it and taken it to that level. I mean, sure, he was on TV and stuff, but I don't understand why he doesn't have more ownership in the stuff. So, but it just seems very weird to me.
This it right here.
It sure is. That was a pretty house.
It was pretty. But it was a rental.
And for what he was written, he could have owned.
Yeah, and now he's renting another one, child. Oh well. Salute to the landlord.
Salute to the landlord. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go to bed. But Michelle, you have a good night.
All right, you too, Ken. Thanks for always being so supportive, friend. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right. Nobody else want to call in, child? We got 8 more minutes. Nobody want to call in? You said why he will not buy one now. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that man. He say he rich. He could have bought 10 houses by now, probably. I don't know. I don't know. We was talking about that over on TikTok earlier, because I always tell y'all, and a lot of people don't understand this, but you will one day. Home ownership is the key to wealth. Real estate is the key to wealth. A lot of times, like, people don't realize that, paying rent, like, even, you say, I don't want to maintain a house. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But most of the time, homes appreciate. And so whatever you put in your house, you will get back plus some. So it's almost like, I want to say a built-in retirement plan for some. You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine buying a house for, say, $200,000, and 2 years later it's worth $400,000? Like, that's what, we was talking about, like, even Porsha's house, the equity. Like, when the houses appreciate, there's equity in it. You could pull from the equity. You could sell the house and get the equity out and buy, and look, put 100 in another house and keep the 100 in your pocket. Like, it's just a way to build wealth. So I tell people all the time, home ownership is key. And a lot of people just would rather throw their rent away. But I mean, throw their money away on rent, and that's fine too. I've done it, but even when I was throwing my money away on rent, when I was renting my penthouse, I owned 2 houses at the time. So the people who were renting my houses was paying my mortgage and my rent where I was staying. So, it's all in, how you want to run your business, but always be in control of your destiny, your money, your this and your that. I would never rent anywhere else ever again. Anyway, you said what now? What y'all said? You don't want no peanut butter and jelly. Nikki Gilbert still suing the P Valley. I don't know what she's doing. Does Georgia have property taxes? Absolutely, they do. My property taxes are off the chain, honey. Do I have a lot of properties? Not anymore. I done sold a lot of properties and earned a lot of money selling them. I'd probably buy another one soon, but right now, the way the market is, I'm kind of waiting. But yes, honey, yes, I have owned several properties, honey. I have owned several. Anywho, like this video, please and thank you. I tried to put the link in for anybody else to call in. I think we got like 4 more minutes. I'll answer some more questions if you like. You said they can keep P Valley at this point. I don't know what's taking so long, honey. Was it the lawsuit? What was it? He said, I'm a mogul. I'm just trying to live my soft life. I like to work smarter, not harder. Okay. Smarter, not harder. I like getting up when I want to doing what I want to do, going where I want to go, all of the above. You said the HOA said, hell no. Okay. When they say that? When they say that? I love doing YouTube though, because I can come here and talk to y'all. Like, even with my site, I still make a little money off my site, but I do need to update it. And shout out to Kid NPA for constantly telling me, because the people still be on my site looking at the archive. We was looking at the archive just the other day. So it is literally filled with a wealth of information, like 10, 12, how many years? Almost 20, 2007 to now. How many years is that? 17, 18? I don't know. But it's filled with a wealth of information. It's still indexed in Google. When people Google certain things, my site comes up. People are still pulling pictures from my website. I often see pictures of my website all on Reddit and things like that, when people are like pulling old pictures, and I'll see my Straight from the A logo all over it. So Straight from the A is trademark, license, bonded, insured, all of the above. It is still my trademark. So I just need to decide what else I want to do with it, And there's that. Meanwhile, I am a YouTuber. Okay, I am a YouTuber, a Twitcher. a Facebooker, a TikToker, a Patreoner. Okay. You said a trendsetter. I am what I am. I do what I do. I may not have a gazillion, quadrillion followers and subscribers, but I have, hundreds and thousands on multiple platforms. So, can't beat that with a bat. You said you've been following straight from the A for a hot minute. Thank you, friend. Thank you. You said digital currency is another way to wealth, like crypto. I made a lot of money on crypto. During the panini. I did. But I'm still in the stock market. I have like a couple of high interest savings accounts, and I play with a lot of ETFs, EFTs, whatever they call. I do a bunch of that. I'm telling y'all all my business. I don't need to tell y'all all that. But yeah, definitely invest. Investing is key as well, but you got to make smart investments, because just like stocks and crypto and all that go up, they do go down. Okay. And you got to be in it for the long run, because if you can hold for a while, they go back up eventually. Just like, things go down, they go back up eventually. You might have to wait a few years, but it is what it is. Yes, high yield is boom. Okay. Yes, multiple streams of income. Yes, come through. You said junkie is fake buying. Well, I mean, I told y'all that. Y'all don't be wanting to believe me. I can even pull all the receipts. I might do a whole show just pulling receipts on all the lies he been telling. Just because I would want to be messy one day. Who knows? But not right now. But yeah, I did just show y'all the house that was sold. Because all of his people be like, oh, he built a pool in his backyard. No, friends. He bought a house. He's renting another house that happens to have a pool in it. So, and what else is going on? I told y'all he gonna be moving every year. He's gonna move every year. He's not that smart with money. I don't know why, but he spends it. He puts it all up his nose. Y'all just let him do it. You late, Miss Dogan? Go back to sleep, girl, because I'm about to go. I done made it to the 2-hour mark. I was trying to get people to call in. Didn't nobody want to call in, so rewind, watch the replay. We really was just chit-chatting. I didn't have a bunch of stuff on the agenda, but we ran through it. I will post the timestamps. We talked about Kelli and Cynthia at K What's Her Face house. We talked about Pinky Cole and Drew getting into it at Pinky Cole's event. We talked about Todd and Kandi and their money grab, don't take your man to Atlanta series. We talked about Kandi and the OLG gang. We talked about Kenya Moore and the Kenya Moore hair care. We talked about my Meta glasses. I just took a picture. We talked about my Meta glasses. What else we talk about? We talked about Porsha and Simon and their latest court date. So yeah, I think we had a pretty full kind of agenda, and I'll update the description and everything, because again, when I first started this live, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Oh, and we talked about TikTok. So y'all, also, if you have a TikTok, subscribe to my TikTok. I am ATLien on TikTok. I am ATLien. It's the same as my Cash App and the name right there. I am ATLien on TikTok. I also have some restaurant reviews on TikTok. I have a speakeasy review on TikTok, and I post some of my shorts where I'm talking about certain topics. I post like a minute or 2 minutes on TikTok. What else? I guess that's it. You said, any thoughts on Bad Bunny performing at Super Bowl? No. I mean, who should perform? I don't know. Where's the Super Bowl gonna be? I don't know. Look, I gotta read up on that and figure out if I'm outraged. I gotta read up on it and figure it out. Like, if it's in a city where somebody else should have been, then maybe I might get mad. Like Lil Wayne was in New Orleans or something. But other than that, no, I don't really care. All these bitches are my sons. Yes. Okay. Shout out to Lanithia Leaks for the sound bites. Anything else we got going on? Like this video, please, and thank you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, please subscribe. I need subscribers. Okay, subscribe right now. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Good night, squad.